Good morning.
All right, here we rolling into Wednesday, and the rain barrel, Cheri, is teeming with questions today, so we want to get right to it. Mr. Question Man, if you could dial up the first question, which we kind of teased earlier in the broadcast this morning.
Yeah, we're such teases like that, Bill. This one was, I think, a common misconception. At least I hope it was, because it was one that I had. Cheri, does eating fat make you fat?
Yeah, and that's such a good question because, it's just not a yes or no answer, right? I mean, there is a little more complexity to that. So I would say, first and foremost, it's very important to understand that there's different type of fats that we eat, right? There's the very unhealthy, inflammatory fats, and then there's what we always hear about: eat the healthy fats, eat the foods that are going to help you burn more fat. And that is absolutely true. If you eat the healthier fats, which would be examples of like olive oil, avocado, coconut, nuts, seeds, things like that, that actually can help you burn more fat. Now, if you're eating the inflammatory fats, like the processed fats and baked goods and fried foods and things like that, that can definitely make you fat, right? But it comes down to fat as a macronutrient. So we have three main macronutrients: carbs, carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Fat is the only macronutrient that does not have an effect on your blood sugar. So going back to like what we were talking about last week, the 3 buckets, if you're eating only fat, that fat is not going to stimulate blood sugar, which is not going to stimulate insulin, which again is not going to go to that bucket of sugar. So if that all makes sense, it's important to understand that it is beneficial and can help you lose fat and burn fat, but you just have to be doing, the right amount and the right type.
Yeah. Don't eat an entire cake of lard or anything like that. That would be not
exactly.
Don't dip into the Crisco, right? Not a good plan.
Crisco dipper. Number 2, Mr. Question Man.
This one I think is kind of related. Cheri, can you explain how intermittent fasting works?
Another question that, I could go on forever. Okay, so I'm going to quickly summarize the main benefits of intermittent fasting and what it means. Okay, so intermittent fasting, going at least 12 hours without anything in your mouth. Okay, no food, no caloric beverages, etc. So what does this do? It allows the body to do what it's meant to do. So digestion takes a lot of energy from our body. And if now you're not making your body digest food, absorb food, assimilate nutrients, it can do other things. And one of the first things it will do without calories coming in is it will actually go to sugars in your bloodstream, fats in your bloodstream. It will use that for calories. That's why intermittent fasting reverses these conditions so quickly. That the body is smart and knows what to do. So that's one of the main benefits. It will actually use your own body, like excess calories, for its own calories. The other very important piece to intermittent fasting is the healing properties called autophagy. So if you have prolonged fast, like some people will do 3-day fast, water fast, your body will actually use its own damaged cells for calories. And once it kind of consumes those damaged cells, it allows for new cells to grow. So that's like the other main benefit. But again, that probably happens more for people that are doing this on a regular basis and more prolonged. But it can be this is why it's been around since the beginning of time. This is how we heal disease. So those are the main benefits. And, anybody can obviously do it.
All right, let's get to the last one quick here, Mr. Question Man.
What makes superfoods super?
Superfoods. Okay, so I think, how we define superfoods is having it really full of nutrients, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds. So really eating whole foods that are going to provide just those natural chemicals in the food. And one thing to keep in mind, there's not any one food that is going to accomplish this. Humans were meant to have diversity in their diet. So definitely there are what we consider superfoods, but that's not going to be kind of the end all be all. You have to kind of diversify to get all of the nutrients you need.
Yeah. So, but add the superfoods. Add the avocado. I always think of right away. Kale is a big one. I like kale.
Yeah.
Little teeny scrub brushes for you that gets down in there and starts, cleaning you up a little bit. So,
absolutely.
Add the superfoods. Well, yeah. Hey, Wayless MD and Wellness, Southport Plaza in Kenosha. Great online programs at waylessmd.com. Cheri, how do they get a hold of you guys?
Our phone number is 262-226-2046.
Absolutely. Get started today. A great time to do it. Make that call. Get started. Wayless MD and Wellness in Kenosha. Cheri Stoka, as I mentioned off the top, she runs the store. Cheri, thanks as always. Add a superfood today, okay?
Will do. Thanks, guys.